Hello, hello, Data-taters. J. Oliver Glasgow here, saying, as promised, my hair is shorter. I went to the stylist the first day their business reopened, but I had to protect myself. Mask, gloves, hermetically sealed bubble. If I did have COVID-19, I'd want others to know. And since I don't, I'd like others to tell me if they do. But out of all of this stuff, information makes for the best protection. But what happens when one type of protection trumps another type of protection? We all want to share and receive COVID information, but existing privacy regulations block the three ways we can do it, which are big data, over-the-top apps, and interviews. Now, big data is the best way to do it. The data already exists, most of the providers are already regulated, and we could turn the solution on today. That sounds good, right? The only problem? Well, there's like 1 billion privacy regulations standing in the way. Traditionally, each person, that means you, would have to navigate a maze of opt-ins, and that means giving permission to a complicated combination of companies. So that leaves us with over-the-top apps and interviews, which we're seeing spring up like excuses on a blind date. We've seen COVID tracing apps coming out of Taiwan, Australia, some have even landed in the UK and the US. And they all share the same problem: privacy holes. The law firm of Maddox reviewed one such app, COVID Safe, and found 19 privacy holes. But probably the most egregious problem is an app's inevitable use of APIs. What in the heck are those? They're a way for big businesses to share data back and forth with small businesses. Sure, the small app company promises to delete your data, but not before sharing it with big business. And what does that landscape look like? Okay, that's scary. Let's move on. Interviews. In one state, Texas, there's one plan to hire 4,000 people to find COVID-positive patients. Okay, that could be a HIPAA violation. And do 1-hour personal interviews. That'll cost $2 million per week, right? And each interviewer will write down the answers differently. Who did you come in contact with? Let's see, the PTA president. I think her name was Sandy something. What could go wrong? People will die while the data janitors try to figure out all the data. That's what could go wrong. But why should we throw out big data in the first place? Oh yeah, the maze of opt-ins. Ugh. But what if we could fix that? It is the best solution, right? We at Privacy Co-op are working with Congress, the CDC, and other agencies to solve this problem once and for all. The goal is to get big data solution providers, many of which are already super regulated, to collaborate through a clearinghouse, like the CDC, to provide the right data to the right local solutions, and put all the controls in your hands. You can do your part. Go to privacycoop.com and search for COVID. We assembled a group that includes businesses and agencies that we're working with. If any of them bother you, opt out of their use of your information. You can still use their apps and services. They just can't exploit your data after you're done. And if you want to pre-order private and safe COVID-19 tracing, just join the co-op as a member. That's all you need to do. Best of all, you'll own a share of the co-op, which means more control and benefits when businesses do use your information. This is J. Oliver Glasgow saying, in this crazy pandemic of data exploitation, it's best to be prepared. Later, Data-taters.